Yo, yo, yo. How's it going? How are you today? Hope you had a good day so far. Hope you had a brilliant day so far. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're from. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for joining us. It's nice to see you here. Hello. Hey, Big Deeds, Elizabeth, Melvin. Let's get the TikTok up. Let's see who's on TikTok as well. Let's get it, guys. Hey, Doggin on TikTok. We are live. Hello, Rick. Hello, Jovan. Big Deeds, yo. Miss Morgan on TikTok, thanks for joining. Dylan Robinson, nice to see you here. Right then, let's get off TikTok. Let's focus on the trade, on the charts, on the stream. How is everyone doing? Like up the stream if you're ready to get started. Like up the stream, you know how it is, the YouTube business. Like, comment, share, subscribe if you're new. All of that lovely stuff, the YouTube business. Hello, Benson. Hello, Johnny. Hello. Asif, Juan, Rodrigo, Dan, Kenny. Hello. If you're on TikTok and you want to watch me on YouTube, go to Josh Williams FX. If not, like the stream. If you're on YouTube, like the stream, guys. Let's get it. Let's see how many likes we can get. But let's see what's going on here. So first things first, as always, we need to cover the fundamentals, okay? It's very important you check the fundamentals first, because if you don't, you will have a bias. You'll see a nice trading opportunity. You'll want to take it, and then you will probably just be more inclined to ignore the news. So let's look at news. What's going on here? Hey, Abby. Gerardo, Curtis, in the house. We've got 25 minutes until we have a Jerome Powell speech, okay, which we did yesterday. We watched that yesterday. And it's probably going to end up being a similar story today, guys. I'm not going to lie, because there is not much in the markets today at all. We've just been going sideways. We had the move already. You know how it is. I've said this numerous times. After a big move, what do? We consolidate. After a consolidation, what do? We have a big move. Okay, so we had that big move throughout the night, literally throughout the night, from about, pretty much from yesterday, I guess. This time yesterday, all of yesterday, all of last night, literally 10 o'clock last night until, I don't know, about 4 o'clock in the morning, we were literally just going up. Now we've started going sideways. We've been going sideways all day. We have took one trade today, though. We did take a trade on the 15 based on an IFEG, which I think you can see right here. And no, you can't. If we draw this out, you can see we did have an IFEG here. I think the team took that, the course members in the Discord took this position here. We did get out a little bit early, though, because we inversed the 30-minute one that we formed, which was right here. We inversed that, so we got out of the trade. We got out early. Just been going sideways ever since. And there's another Trump speech. Oh yeah, there is. There is another Trump speech as well. That's like a bit later. That they're assuming, they're guessing here that it's going to be after 9 p.m. Okay, it's going to be after 9 p.m. So not really going to affect us much. But 25 minutes, we do have Jerome Powell's speech. Jerome Powell is testifying. If you don't know who Jerome Powell is, he is the head of the Federal Reserve. He's the guy who messes up the markets once every month. Hello, Richard. Hello, Dan. Dan. As if... Well, there's not much here. I think the best bet here, guys, is simply just to look for a 1 minute scalp. And we could get that right now, to be fair. We could get that right now, literally right now, if we invest this. But then there's there's the unmitigated one right below it. But we could get an IFEG right here on the 1 minute, get a nice, very quick scalp down to this low over here. Maybe ultimately full TP. I don't know. The bias is definitely bearish. We've just been going sideways, so it makes sense to just kind of finish that range off, but I think it's a bit too late now. I think we are missing this. We did see a decent setup on gold before as well that kind of messed up. I think someone caught buys in the private group, which was nice, but... Hello, EasyFX. Hello, Mike. Yeah, we've seen gold. We have seen gold. It's been crazy. Just straight up today. Someone caught this in the private group, I think. Elizabeth, was it from this IFEG here? Is that where you got in? Did you get in on the IFEG here? Who's in the TikTok? Dylan Robinson, Miss Morgan, Fun Videos, Mike Pellegrini, Mr. V, Ian, Ammo Sets Fire, Motivational Mindset, Colthong, Santos, Josh Harvard, or Josh Harvard, Josh Overlord. Butchering this. Respect, me, Teddy, Fike. Nice to see you all here. Who's in? Dan Geo. We've got 3 Dans in the TikTok stream, in the YouTube stream. We got Dan Geo, and Dan F. Curtis Elizabeth is the real deal. Yeah, hats off Elizabeth. Eliza. 2877 to 2895. Not bad. Not bad at all. Selling or buying? JS. Selling or buying? What pair are you talking about? This one on gold? I think nothing at the moment. We need that IFEG. The only thing we can really do at the moment is look for those buys. Look for those 1 minute buys and sells. Hello, Mike. Nice to see you here. Like up the stream, guys. Like up the stream. You know, the YouTube, TikTok business, you know how it is. I'm in Cyprus and it's cold. It's actually been raining. I don't know if it's still raining or not. The only way I can tell is by looking at the pool. I think it has been. Yeah, it still is. There was a bad storm last night as well, and the night before. Thunderstorm, you could hear it. It was really loud. I honestly don't know what I'm supposed to do now, guys. Like, there's not much here at all. 1 min Bitcoin, 1 min on gold, 1 min on GBP USD. Maybe on here, but we've kind of just barely made it through. Oh, fuck's sake. I'm not missing Liverpool, can't lie. It's cold in Cyprus and you can see by the pool. How many candles is this? 1, 2, 3, 4. It is 5, but it's too late now. It's too late now, we've missed it. Too busy looking at the pool to tell if it's raining. Hey, from... How do you pronounce that? Uitenhge. Hage. Let's get that up on Google.
Uitenhage.
Yeah, I can't.
Uitenhage.
I'm not going to try that. I'm from South Africa. It's 40 degrees. Thanks, Richard. I'm from South Africa. Oh. Too busy in that mansion. Yep. You should see, I recorded a tour, right? I don't know if I should just show you it. I recorded the tour of this place, like my first ever vlog. Like I got, one sec, I went to the shop. There's like this shop that sells like everything to do with recording videos. I got one of these tripods, huge, almost, it's literally taller than me, or the same size as me, which is embarrassing. But I bought one of these, right? It doesn't move, like the top doesn't move properly. So half the video is literally just like me thinking I'm in the camera. And the camera just like pointed at the wall. You can't even see the floor. It's a 10-minute video. But I really do want to get a, I do really want to get like a vlog out though. Please show us. I think, let me find a clip. I'll find a clip. Let me get a clip up. There's one bit where I'm not even in the camera. Like it's so like tight, like you can't see properly. It's just kind of like that little bit. I don't know how to fix that. I tried zooming out on the camera. I'll have to record a proper one. I don't know how I'm supposed to do it though. I figured like I could just use my phone. And that makes sense. Or I suppose what I could do, really, is just hold the camera. Like I've got like a small tripod here. I could just do that. But there's definitely going to be a vlog, like a tour of the place out soon. And here I've still got 2 weeks left, you know. So what have I done to this camera? Oh, we could have took a re-entry on here. I'm not gonna though. Not anymore. Yo man, beginner here trying to get into trade. What's your best advice? Great question. My best advice, and this is coming from like a non-selfish point of view, is find one person and stick with them. It doesn't necessarily have to be me, and I know it might seem like I'm saying that so you sit here and watch me, but it could be me, it could be the next guy, it could be some other guy you're watching. Pick one person and watch those, because everyone uses a slightly different strategy. And if you're watching all these different people, you're going to take, something from my strategy, something from someone else's strategy, all these different strategies, you're going to try and squash them together and then fail. So my best advice is simply just find one person, watch everything they post, watch everything, learn their entire strategy. Doesn't have to be me, as I said. And then that's how you'll improve quickest, to be honest with you. That is how you'll improve quickest. News, by the way, there is news in like 13 minutes. Yes, that's correct, Nico. We're going to have an opening speech from Jerome Powell. So at 5 o'clock, we will have a move, or in 15 minutes. It's 5 o'clock for me. We will have a move. And then after that, you watched it yesterday. Like, we were live yesterday doing the same thing. It got a bit boring. Are you still looking for GJ shorts? Not yet. Let's see who's here on TikTok. We've got Dylan Robertson still here. Fun videos, motivational mindset, me, Thomas Lee, Charles, MCXJM, Neoism, Dan. We got another Dan on TikTok as well. Halim, Nico, TK Window, Arif, Ishan, Prince, Casper, Nemo, Angel, Empire, Lanny, Group, Vintage, T Swagger, Toy, Virgilius, The Faceless Reader. That's pretty cool. Risk to reward ratio. Ref, Hassan, Ross, Di Maria, Dean Laden. Okay, there's a load of people. Charlie Smiths. Okay. Like up the stream, guys. Like up the stream. Hey, there can only be one. There's 3 in the YouTube, 1 on TikTok. Big Deeds. How do you eat? Do you buy food or make them? Good question. I didn't expect anyone to ask me that. I make it, most of it. I'm a pretty good cook. I can make eggs on toast now and again. Nah, seriously though, I do make it. I got everything here, like all the pots and pans and that you need. There's a shop down the road, like 10-minute drive. They have everything here. It's really weird as well, because they have British plugs, like, and you drive on the same side of the road, like literally the same side of the road, and they have proper British plugs. There's one thing that I bought here, a coffee machine, that I have to change it from the Euro plug to a British plug just to use it. But yeah, I cook most of my stuff here. My best advice is follow Josh's strategy. They are. Thomas Lee, Melvin said, follow my strategy. Buy. Someone said buy. Mad Swag. Hey bro, can you teach me about trading? Yeah, just watch the videos. Join the free Discord. There's a free course in there. There's some free docs in there. You'll pick it up. We got 92 viewers on TikTok, guys. If we can get this to 100, that's going to be crazy. Click share link. Share, click copy link. Like up the stream. And you can cook some pips. Honestly, like there's like concierge. I can get like the first time ever I was offered like a private chef. Like I might do that. Like I can do a yacht as well. I think it starts at 200 an hour. I don't know if that would just be like a fishing boat, but I might get that for a video. That'd be pretty cool. I want to get a few vlogs done. I don't want to just be like that guy who's just always doing the best strategy videos. I want to do a few vlogs, show a bit about my day-to-day life. I love the way I see you trade. Appreciate it. Can you turn off the ads? Yes, I shall. Sorry about that. I don't know how. I don't know like what I'm doing. I only recently got monetized on YouTube. Like I don't know how to do any of it, if I'm totally honest. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. I will look into it. As I said though, like I only recently got monetized. I haven't changed anything, so it might just be YouTube. I can't even read that. What is your RR in this? It's 1.9, but I'm not in this. Greetings from Poland. Thank you. Nice to see you here. Do you reckon we watch? Do you guys want to watch this? I think there's the Jerome Powell part 2 out today. Do you guys want to watch that, or what do you want to do? Let me know. Do you want to watch it? Should we go about a day? What do you guys want to see? Do you want to watch the Jerome Powell like speech? If they put it up again, they put it up around this time last time, so. Where do you watch them? You watch it, go to financialjuice.com and they'll just put a link up. They should put a link up soon. Yeah, let's watch it. Sure thing, let's watch it, I need glasses really badly. I have to squint to read the text, to read the chat, for the YouTube chat. I don't know if you can tell. On TikTok it's very obvious. I'm like, no Jerome Powell. Honestly, I'll sit here for like 10-15, watch it. Why not? I'm not busy. Well, I'm busy, but I got time. I put time aside to do this. So, might as well. Yeah, sure. We'll do a top-down analysis showing people how I trade. Let's do a top-down analysis. Diddy Sol. Should we do it on Diddy Sol? Diddy coin? Why is that there? Diddy coin. Let's do New Zealand dollar JPY. That shouldn't be affected, should it really? Let's be honest. Oh, it was. It all just ripples through, German, but we shall do top-down analysis. So, because it's a completely new pair, like a completely fresh pair, the first thing we got to do is check like the higher time frame, like the monthly and the weekly, because this is something I'd never looked at really before. Properly anyway. So, on the monthly, on New Zealand JPY, we formed a fair leg, I bounced into it, respected it. So we're coming down now to take out this low over here, preferably. So bearish ultimately on the monthly here. On the weekly, a little bit different. The weekly is slightly bullish because we gap down, took out these lows here. In that gap down, therefore we should retrace. We'll see how it goes. Right now, we don't have any fair value gap to retrace to, so we go to the daily and look at that instead. We go to the daily, we look at the daily, and you can see a very clear AMD right here, but there's also a fair value gap formed right here, which we have pushed through as of now, so we may be disrespecting this. But, you know, you have to remember, the weekly is slightly bullish, I guess. We've got that fair value gap inversing it, so if we do inverse this fair value gap, we'll then come up and take out this high over here. Okay, so right now, it's a little bit mixed. The weekly is bullish, the daily's technically bearish because we have to wait for the close. So if we use the 4 hour to kind of confirm this, the 4 hours bullish, the 4 hours bullish 100% here. So the 4 hour is bullish, the daily is almost bullish in a sense because we haven't inversed it yet, but we're on our way to do so. The 4 hours took out some highs, like this high right over here on TikTok. Can you see that? It took out this high right here. Okay, which means we had to retrace to a fair value gap, which is this one right here. We retrace back to this fair value gap, bounce up off of it after coming to the discount zone, which is a very strong sign. We're gonna respect it, especially with the candlestick pattern we're getting at the moment. Okay, we have this higher time frame 4 hour fair value gap, which we need to keep an eye on. Because, you know, you could technically say we're pushing up. If we zoom out, it looks like we're going to just push straight up and take out the high. But then you go, well, there's a fair value gap right here, which could, you know, get in the way of things. So now we have to use the lower time frame again. We go to the 1 hour time frame, see what's going on here. Okay, there's no fair value gap here, but we have just took out this high right here on the 1 hour. Okay, so let's just recap this for a second. Okay, let's recap this. So the monthly, I think bearish. The weekly was bullish. The daily is bullish. The 4 hour is bullish. There's just this little fair value gap right here, which is a little bit annoying. So if we go to the 15 minute, okay, you can see we've had a nice AMD cycle right here, nice accumulation, manipulation, and we've just finished the distribution move, okay, to the top of this fair value gap. Now we may find resistance here. This is probably a good TP spot. Anything but your own Powell. Don't need an early bet time. What's the spread going to be like on this if it's a minor pair? It should say, if we just do this. Where is it? Not, that's bad. So, the weekly's bearish. The monthly's bearish, sorry. The weekly's bullish, the daily's bullish, the 4 hours bullish, so we're definitely bullish on this pair. We've just had a nice... Oh, that scared me. We've just had a nice AMD cycle on the 15 minute, as you can see, okay? So right now, there's not really any trades available. We've just come into this fair value gap on the 15 as well, which was previously unmitigated. Then we go to the 5, and that's pretty much it. We don't really need to go further than that, to be honest with you, because the 15's just clearly had a move. We've had the move, so there's not really a trading opportunity here on the New Zealand JPY. We just kind of got to wait for it to consolidate again. But here is a good spot to start consolidating. I hope that is good enough. Hope you understand that, people. Lucky we didn't take this trade. Like up the stream, guys. Like up the stream. Still holding on GJ. Still holding. Let's check GJ out. Oh, wow, yeah. Lucky we didn't take this one either. So you got to be very careful with the trades you're taking here, guys. I want to see this high get took out first, though. We'll see if we form a fair value gap. If we can form a fair value gap here, we could take an entry, I guess. Doing my head in. Right. Have we got this out yet? Here we go. There's a good entry on EU. Not really. Right, let's watch this Powell testimonial. Like up the stream, guys. Like up the stream if you haven't already. Click, copy, click share, click copy link. When is this going to start? What is that noise? Check the 5. None. Or on GJ? No, not really. Let's see how this goes in the next 10 minutes. Gonna set an alert for like here, and we'll watch this, and if that alert gets pinged, we will look at trades, we'll look at the chart here. Hey Josh, do you trade NQ? I don't personally trade NQ. But we can look at the bias if you want. Whilst we wait for that to start. So the 4 hour here respected. The 4 hours bullish, to be fair. And now we've took out this low. The daily was bullish because we respected. It's very messy here on NQ, to be honest with you, but there's this flag up here which we're respecting at the moment. Then there's the 4 hour one that we inversed right over here. So we should technically come and take out the highs. Although we did do it in about 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we did it in enough candles. So we should have technically come up and took out this high, but I think news has just kind of pushed us the different direction. You know, you can't just base your bias totally on the technicals. So this is the news candle that's pushed us all the way down, to be fair. We go down to the 1 hour. You see we took out this low to the left hand side. We want to form that fair value gap here. I think we got how long left? 3 minutes left on the hourly, but it's 6 minutes past the hour. Okay, we've got 3 minutes left on the hourly, I guess. We'll see if this closes. We took out this low, which means we need to retrace to a fair value gap. The nearest fair value gap is this one right here. We'll either respect it or inverse it, but we need to be basically bullish to this. And then do our thing.
The chair is authorized to declare a recess of the committee at any time. This hearing is titled the Federal Reserve Semi-Annual Monetary Policy Report. Without objection, all members will have 5 legislative days within which to submit extraneous materials to the chair for inclusion in the record. I will note that at the outset that this hearing has a hard stop at 1 p.m., which we will strictly observe. I'll now recognize myself for 4 minutes for an opening statement.
How long did it last time?
Thank you for being with us today.
The website I'm on is financialjuice.com.
Americans. Today it takes $1.21 to purchase what
I'm on
just cost
financialjuice.com.
January of 2021 as measured by the Consumer Price Index. The erosion of Americans' incomes and thereby their savings was caused by a combination of irresponsible fiscal policy, supply chain disruptions, but also by, in my view, the Federal Reserve fighting the last war, staying too low for too long. Chairman Powell, you and I have discussed the previous hearings of the Fed, like many others, assumed that the pre-pandemic era of low inflation and low interest rates would continue. This belief was one of the reasons the Fed changed its monetary policy framework in August 2020, only 7 months before inflation began its 4-decade steep march upward in March of 2021. In hindsight, the adoption of the so-called
I don't think we're going to watch the whole thing, guys. Yesterday it lasted a while.
for a post-pandemic world. As the Fed undertakes a review of its monetary policy framework, you must account for the lessons of the last 4 years and think about what's ahead.
It was on for 5 hours,
Not what has been.
8 hours,
To make progress on inflation, but it's the last
10
mile
hours,
the hardest. As Bank of America economist Stephen Juneau said yesterday,
11 hours.
stuck above target.
It lasted 11 hours last time. I do not have the time for that.
Gave a speech that echoed some of your predecessors as chair. You vowed to keep at it till we're confident the job is done. It's a vow you should fulfill. With this morning's confirmation that inflation is well above the 2% target at 3% and making move upwards, other economic indicators are positive. As you reported yesterday, a low inflation rate, solid GDP growth, and financial conditions continue to support expansion and investment. This is not a time to say that there are no risks, but some perhaps unseen. However, these risks in comparison to the risks of a resurgence of inflation present are modest. Given the already high prices due to President Biden's inflation, Americans simply cannot afford further price increases at the grocery store and gas pump. Such a resurgence would likely force the Fed to begin another tightening cycle, making mortgages, credit cards, and small business loans unattainable for many. That's why I urge the Fed to forge ahead with its monetary policy duties until you're confident the mission is complete and price stability has been restored. The fact is, over the past decade, we've witnessed too many distracting additional mandates, diluting the Fed's core mission of price stability. This is the reason we formed the Task Force on Monetary Policy, Treasury Market Resilience, and Economic Prosperity that will be led by Chair Frank Lucas. The task force purpose is to ensure that the monetary policy actions of the Fed are put under a magnifying glass and prioritized for this committee. And I look forward to our first hearing of the task force. I now want to turn to some of the other Fed responsibilities: bank regulation and supervision. The Fed was created by Congress to be an independent agency. The intent is to insulate the Federal Reserve's monetary policy from political influence. Unfortunately, in the last 2.5 years of the Biden administration, the Fed took on serious liberties with its independence and supervision. In law, Federal Vice Chair for Supervision is to develop policy.
This is helping me. This is sending me to sleep, not gonna lie.
Governors for consideration. In my estimation, over the years, you and the board have been too deferential to the statutory Vice Chairman for Supervision. Vice Chair Barr turned the Basel III endgame rulemaking into a partisan attempt to propose a massive hike on capital on American banks, making them less competitive. The Fed has a chance right now to get back on the right track and preserve its independence for the long-term benefit of the American people. And with that, I yield back. Chair recognizes Mr. Lucas, the Chair of the Monetary Policy, Treasury Market Resilience, and Economic Prosperity Task Force for 1 minute.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. While there are differences of approach in this room,
Who's
my
this?
partisan guiding principle is that maximizing economic growth is the path to economic economic prosperity. It is the single greatest factor in delivering opportunity and improving the quality of life for the folks back home. The actions of the Federal Reserve and the machinery of monetary policy play an important role in economic stability. With the 5-year review of the monetary policy framework underway, I hope this will be an opportunity to evaluate the effectiveness of the Fed's toolkit and its vast influence on the lives of every American. The creation of the new monetary policy, Treasury market resilience, and economic prosperity task force will afford us the opportunity to dive deeper into this topic. Chairman Powell, thank you for being here. There are real issues that deserve our attention, and I hope today will be productive. I look forward to hearing your testimony on the state of the economy, where we're at, and where we're headed. Yield back, Mr. Chairman.
Gentleman yields back. The chair recognizes Mr. Vargas, the ranking member of the Monetary Policy, Treasury Market Resilience, and Economic Prosperity Task Force for 1 minute.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman, and thank you, Ranking Member. And thank you, Chairman Powell, both for your years of public service and for appearing before our committee today. As a Ranking Member of the newly formed Monetary Policy, Treasury Market Resilience, and Economic Prosperity Task Force, I look forward to working with Chairman Lucas and the rest of my colleagues to address these important issues. The research is clear. Independent central banks perform better in carrying out their mandates than politically motivated central banks. The independence of the Federal Reserve is crucial.
They're going after the banks here for the politics. Some of the banks are dabbling in politics. Some of them are just being themselves.
And although this dual mandate has been criticized by some, it continues to serve Americans well. It has not prevented the Fed from making substantial progress in driving down inflation, all the while avoiding a recession.
Thank you, Chairman Hill. And as we all know, all good things must come to an end. And I want to take a minute to recognize someone who is leading the committee, but has been an integral part of the oversight work Republicans have done over the last 5 years. Although Nicole Vo is all of 29 years old, something that we tease her about on a fairly regular basis, I quickly realized that despite her physical stature, she was a force to be reckoned with. Her dedication to my team, this committee, her colleagues, and this institution are something that we all should aspire to achieve. And Nicole has effectively served in various roles, from professional staff member right out of law school to now Deputy General Counsel in this particular Congress. And her time with the committee, Nicole has worked on or led investigations into Sam Bankman-Fried, the bank collapses of
Oh wow, yeah, that Sam Bankman-Fried was crazy. FTX.
culture and corruption at the FDIC.
That's what led to the bottom of Bitcoin, wasn't it?
And I've sat through her questioning, and it's
Just after my 18th
and
birthday.
tenacious and directed. Myself, my team, and frankly the whole Financial Services Committee team can't thank Nicole enough for her work and what she has done on behalf of this organization. And like all good staffers, she has become a confidant, a sounding board, has the ability to say no in a very nice way, but in a very tough way as well. And although Nicole will be leaving the committee, her contributions will not be forgotten and are deeply cherished. So thank you, Nicole. We deeply appreciate all your work, and I yield back.
Mr. Chairman, we welcome your testimony. Chairman Powell, you'll be recognized for 5 minutes to give an oral presentation of your testimony. Without objection, your written statement will be made part of the record. You're now recognized for 5 minutes.
Chairman Hill, Ranking Member Waters, and other members of the committee, I appreciate the opportunity to present the Federal Reserve's semi-annual monetary policy report. The Federal Reserve remains squarely focused on achieving our dual mandate goals of maximum employment and price stability for the benefit of the American people. The economy is strong overall and has made significant progress toward our goals over the past 2 years. Labor market conditions have cooled from their formerly overheated state and remain solid. Inflation has moved much closer to our 2% longer run goal, though it remains somewhat elevated. We are attentive to the risks on both sides of our mandate. I will review the current economic situation before turning to monetary policy. Recent indicators suggest that economic activity has continued to expand at a solid pace. GDP rose 2.5% in 2000.
Mr. Chairman, can we ask you to pull your mic a little closer, please? Thank you so much.
Sure. recent indicators suggest that economic activity has continued to expand at a solid pace. GDP rose 2.5% in 2024, bolstered by resilient consumer spending. Investment in equipment and intangibles appears to have declined in the fourth quarter, but was solid for the year overall. Following weakness in the middle of last year, activity in the housing sector seems to have stabilized. In the labor market,
Took the high.
conditions remain solid.
Oh yeah.
Appear to have stabilized.
Oh no, not yet.
Payroll
We have
job
not
gains
took the high yet. Let me just mute
189,000
this.
per month over the past.
We have not took the high out yet, Melvin. I don't know. Maybe on your chart, but on ICE we're not. We haven't. Got no bottom wick though. So what we could see is something like this in this candle. We could see, hopefully, best case, we push up, push down, inverse. No, the wicks are even, so it hasn't took it out. Exactly driven.
Data, evolving outlook, and the balance of risks. As the economy evolves, we will adjust our policy stance in a manner that best promotes our maximum employment and price stability goals. If the economy remains strong and inflation
No
does
worries.
not continue to move sustainably toward 2%, we can maintain policy restraint for longer. If the labor market were to weaken unexpectedly, or if inflation were to fall more quickly than anticipated, we can ease policy accordingly. We are attentive to the risks to both sides of our dual mandate, and policy is well positioned to deal with the risks and uncertainties that we face. This year, we're conducting our second periodic review of our monetary policy strategy, tools, and communications, the framework used to pursue our congressionally assigned goals. The focus of this review is on the FOMC's statement on longer-run goals and monetary policy strategy, which articulates the committee's approach to monetary policy, and on the committee's policy communications tools. The committee's 2% longer-run inflation goal will be retained and will not be a focus of the review. Our review will include outreach and public events involving a wide range of parties, including Fed Listens events around the country and a research conference in May. We will take on board the lessons of the last 5 years and adapt our approach where appropriate to best serve the American people to whom we are accountable. We intend to wrap up the review by late summer. Let me conclude by emphasizing that the Fed will do everything we can to achieve the dual mandate goals Congress set for monetary policy. We remain committed to supporting maximum employment, bringing inflation sustainably to our 2% goal, and keeping.
Can you check on gold? Yeah, sure.
Well anchored. Our
This looks alright. Looks alright. We've just missed it though. It took a lot of candles to form that as well. But there's that higher time frame one being respected. Oh, here we are, we got GJ moving. GJ's took out the high now. So now if we go back down to the 50, or back up to the 15, we have a 15-minute candle open here, guys. 7 minutes left. 7 minutes left with no bottom wick. We could even take a short from here if we form one. If we form a fair value gap here, we could take a short from this. Come on, hold this. Just pause there. If it pauses there for a second, just pauses here. We then wait for it to inverse it, then we take our entry. As long as we can pause here, if we have another leg up like this, that's an issue. We want to pause here. Not much higher than we are right now. I'm trading GBP JPY. Let's see how this looks. This isn't best, not the best. Not the best. Futures? No, I don't trade futures, just Forex. Forex, crypto, and gold. Okay, well this is something to do with him. $4.5 trillion in tax cut.
And his Doge minions are in possession of sensitive consumer information and what they are doing.
This isn't what is happening.
Trump is simultaneously threatening import taxes on U.S. companies that will increase the cost of groceries and other basic supplies for all. Trump is freezing funds for housing assistance and community development and whittling down the federal workforce so that his billionaire boys club can suck any of these workers' salaries into their own pockets. This is all part of Trump's Project 25 playbook. You know what else he's taken from Project 2025, Chair Powell? Their plan to eliminate the Fed. We're watching this play out as Trump doubles down on his efforts to gut the independence of the Fed. As we have seen with demands that you drop rates immediately. In fact, this co-president must attack Fed independence in a tweet earlier this year. Chair Powell, I know you have been adamant about the independence of the Fed and have, thus far, resisted pressure from Trump. But after your decision to eliminate DEI initiatives following Trump's executive order, I'm concerned that Trump has more influence over you than you let on. I speak for all of my colleagues
They are waffling.
when I say that you must stand firm in defending the Fed's independence, reject any attempt like Elon Musk and his Doge media to gain access to the Fed, its systems and data, and speak forcefully about what's at stake for our economy. The American public must hear from you, our central bank, today.
Gentlewoman yields back. I yield myself 5 minutes for questions. Thank you again, Chairman Powell, for being with us. Let me start with the Fed's bank regulation and supervisory function. As I mentioned in my opening statement, over the past 2.5 years, the outgoing Vice Chair for Supervision has pushed new regulations that would move the United States towards a one-size-fits-all approach to prudential regulation that disregards the congressional mandate that's been quite clearly established for regulators to tailor bank regulation based on an institution's size, complexity, and risk profile. Earlier this year, the Fed board announced that Michael Barr would be stepping down from his position as vice chair on February 28th.
I became liquidity.
Earlier, should his successor be confirmed. Significantly, the board also announced at that time supervision policy?
I do, and I would also agree that we need to carry on with our regulatory and supervisory duties. We can't take a holiday, and we will proceed with the things that we
Unlucky.
proceed with.
You testified in the Senate yesterday, and know you enjoyed time with the senators, and you talked a little bit
Right,
about
guys,
that
honestly,
in game.
this is just waffling. I'm going to keep track of this, the important stuff that they're saying. But this is just waffling. Jack, I did not take that trade. I think I'm on YouTube as well, so you can go back and see it. But you know, I didn't take this trade. I put it there because it looked good. It did look good until, you know, it didn't, I guess. But yeah, you can go back and see it on YouTube as well. I didn't take it. If you want to see this news, go to financialjuice.com. Honestly, guys, they're just waffling here. I'm done now. Nothing here really to do now. You know, we've had this massive push on GJ now. Lucky that I got out, to be fair, when I did. You know, RIP to those who didn't. But yeah, that's me done, guys. Like, there's not much else in this today. We could wait for it to be over. Last time it took 12 hours. So that's not really an option. We could trade through it, but they could say anything and it could just rock the market as exactly how you've just seen, kind of. So that's not an option. So there's no point sitting here and watching it at all, because we're not going to trade after it. And we can see the most important stuff here. If you go to financialjuice.com, it'll tell you in red what the most important details are. So that's me done, guys. I got nothing else to share. It's been a pretty boring week, but tomorrow it starts to pick up again. We have PPI tomorrow, so be very, very, very careful. On Friday should be a decent day for trading, because we have read all the news and it's kind of like the aftermath of all this stuff, so we can use the fundamentals for our advantage in that case. But yeah, that's it from me, guys. I'm live every single day at the same time. Join the free Discord if you haven't already. Like the stream, share the stream, join the free Discord. And if you want to learn more, if you want to learn exactly how I trade, join Fast Track Trading. The actual course. The link to the WAP is in the Discord server. It's in the description. It teaches you exactly how to trade, just like me. But other than that, guys, I've got nothing else to share. I am done for the day. Thanks for tuning in. Have a good rest of your day. I'll either see you in the course or I'll see you in tomorrow's stream. But have a good rest of your day, guys. Thanks for tuning in. And that's it from me. Okay? That is it from me. I've got nothing else to share here. You can track this if you want to. You can track it. But there's no point. I'm not going to be taking any more trades today. Maybe tomorrow. So I'll see you in the course. I'll see you in tomorrow's stream. Remember to join the course at wap.com. Fast Track Trading. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for your time. And that's it from me.